Hi Libra, this is Monique with Puissant Ascension, and we're getting ready to look into your love and romance. But first, let's chime. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This reading is for you. My readings are timeless, so when you find them is when you are meant to find them. Let's get into it. And Ancestors, Guides, Angels, this reading is for my high vibrational Libras who are focused on cultivating meaningful, growth-oriented relationships with like-minded people. Spirit, what does Libra need to know? What does Libra need to see regarding their love and romance? Make it clear, make it delicious, make it good. One more shuffle. All right. Okay, the number 17, we have Brazen. The number 25, Fearless Love, and then we have Chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. All right, I love it. This is really good energy here because it's giving compatibility. All right, chemistry is always the nice cherry on top, right? But compatibility overall, right? And a lot of you having the capacity to love fearlessly, right? Of course, having healthy boundaries in place, obviously, but also not being afraid to love fearlessly, right? Not acting like a skittish cat, but actually being open and available to receive and to reciprocate that loving energy, okay? And I feel like a lot of you are in this energy of wanting to shout it off from the rooftops. Shout it out at the rooftops? No. Shout it out from the rooftops. Yeah, that's it. With this brazen energy. So this is good. I feel like you guys are, dating and mingling. For those of you who are in existing relationships, things look to be going quite well. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more. This is for Libra regarding their romance and love. Okay. Seasons, the number 1. Level Up, the number 39. And finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, now, Spirit. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And then we have Joy, number 16. Beautiful. So yeah, a lot of you are open and receptive to new love, to new vibes. And as I said in the Gemini love reading, if you have Gemini in your chart, check it out. It's really about compatibility, right? Being with people that you mesh quite well with, right? Here with seasons, the number 1, seasons do change. People do elevate if they're growth oriented, and that means attracting more like-minded people, right? People with the same type of moral compass. Leveling up, a lot of you could be leveling up your relationship status, taking it to the next level perhaps for some of you, or you've leveled up so much by yourself that you're now attracting and only entertaining people who are on your level. Mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, all right? And for some of you, financially, which is important because we're going to segue into finances and career. As we know, this is my money channel here, honey. And love doesn't pay the bills, right? Love is cute and love is kind. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure, why did I stutter? At the end of the day, you want to make sure that your money is in order so that you can enjoy life, right? I feel like the only thing that people can do who don't really have money is just sit around and fuck all day, which, I guess, but that's boring. What about taking trips? What about doing dating and dinners out and new adventures and new hobbies and things that just enlighten you and grow your mind, right? So that's the luxury of having money when you're dating. You can take people out on proper dates and not have to worry about every penny. You can go on trips and explore the world together, Dora Explorer style. No, maybe not that way, but you know what I mean. Dora Explorer, what? Traveling the world, seeing things, creating new experiences versus Netflix and chill. Like, what? There's a time and a place for everything. Don't get it twisted, but if I had to choose between Netflix and chill and a first class flight to Dubai, I'm choosing Dubai every day, right? I can Netflix and chill by myself. But that's just my opinion. You find out where you fit, Libra. But again, back to finances and career, you do want to make sure that you're on the same trajectory as well regarding that, right? Having the same mindset or a similar mindset about your finances and career so that you're able to, create more of a comfortable situation between the two of you. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more. This is for Libra. Regarding their love and romance. Clarify seasons. All right, we have the Page of Swords. The Three of Pentacles wanted to say hello. The Star. Interesting. Some of you could have Aquarius in your chart, or you could be dealing with a fellow or with an Aquarius. Okay. This person could be like watching you. Eight of Wands. You could be getting in contact with an Aquarius. Perhaps this is someone new that you're dating. Clarify level up. All right, we have the King of Cups, who I like to call emotional daddy. Representing Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ooh, we have the Empress. Beautiful. We love the beautiful Empress. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Options. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Wow, I feel like a lot of you, since you've upgraded your mentality, you've upgraded your energy, you are in this Empress vibe, whether you're masculine or feminine. And by you being in this Empress energy, you have a lot of options. There is a water sign that's interested, but you want to make sure that you are compatible. I think I talked about this in your last reading, Libra. You really want to make sure that you're compatible, okay? Also, typically, Empress and a King of Cups, a mere king, they're not really compatible because an Empress is the Empress, which means she's made for an emperor. And I don't see an emperor here yet. So I feel like for some of you, you guys could be meeting a lot of people that are nice and who are kind, but they're not really on your level completely. And some of you could be holding out for your match, which is an emperor. Okay, since we have the Empress here. And the Seven of Cups, as I said before, gives options. So I feel like a lot of you have a lot of options. Some of you could have a persistent water sign, right? And water signs are very charming. But at the end of the day, when you want to go hang with your friends or take a girls trip, is he going to be crying in the corner in fetal position, worried about where you are, blowing up your phone? Or is he going to let you breathe? That's my question, right? Because people can be charming in the beginning, but at the end of the day, are you confident in yourself or are you codependent? Because you guys know those water sign traits, honey. They can be very codependent and manipulative. Want to take you from all your friends when you are the Empress. I know that's very specific. For some of you, it may resonate. For others of you, it may not. Take what resonates, discard of the rest. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you have a very persistent water sign, but this person is not really on your level, honey. Okay? Finances and career. Finances and career for Libra. We have the Four of Swords. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. All right. And the Six of Pentacles, okay. And the Three of Wands, okay. I like this. For some of you, you are in your bag and you do have the financial resources to date successfully. And if you're taking it to the next level of like cultivating a real meaningful relationship, then you have the coins to take it there as well. Now, everybody's different, right? We have different types of people. We have the men, the divine masculine, who are the quintessential protector providers, which means they pay for everything. The wife basically keeps the home, right? Takes care of the children, makes sure the home front is in order, but the man brings home the bacon, right? And then you have the people who are kind of in the middle, right? The 50-50, which is not really 50-50, because if you want children, like the woman's rearing the children and incubating them 100%. So I don't know where that comes in, where that factors in. Someone will have to tell me. But yeah, let's say you don't want kids, right? Let's say you're both career driven, you're living your best life, you do not want children, you both equally take care of the household, right? Then perhaps the 50-50 can work if things are literally cut down 50-50, but it usually isn't. I feel like women usually do more of the emotional labor, even if you don't have children with a man. Right? You tend to kind of listen to their bitching, moaning, and groaning about work or whatever. And women are good listeners and good solution people, so we can kind of give our solutions. Men, on the other hand, they kind of like black out, and they're just, yeah. Find out where you fit, honey. Find out where you fit. I feel like women do a lot of the emotional labor, is my point, in relationships. So I don't know how the 50-50 thing really works out. But look, do what works for you. This is just my mere opinion, honey, okay? I'm just one girl in this crazy world. So listen to me if you want to, don't listen to me if you don't want to. I don't believe in 50-50, but some people do, and good for you. Yeah, but overall, I feel like you have a lot of options, whoever you are. I feel like money's looking good. Money's looking strong, right? Strong enough to date. Is it strong enough to build a legacy? I don't know. You have to be the judge of that. I feel like a lot of you are also focusing on your money because, let's say, you know, if you're the divine feminine, you are the quintessential protector provider, like that's where you want to go. That's how you want to be. So instead of focusing on a relationship, you're focusing on your money so you can be that for your future wife and your children, right? And if that's the case, good for you. Everybody's different strokes for different folks, and it's a beautiful thing, right? My divine feminine, I feel like you have a lot of options, so choose wisely. If you are old school like me and you like for the man to take care of everything and you know, it has to make sense for the both of you, right? He has to want to do it. You don't want to coerce or force a man to do it because that's where resentment comes in. You want to make sure that he naturally leans to wanting to be the protector provider type. Like that's his disposition. Maybe he's seen his father do it, his grandfather do it, so it's kind of embedded in him. Okay, so be very, very mindful, okay, because you do have a lot of options, so you may meet men who want to go 50-50, right? You're pregnant with his child, but you're still working a 9-to-5, right? He might want that, and if you're okay with that, go for it, girl. But if you're like me, and you're like, I'll be damned if you have me out here in these streets pregnant, working, you got me effed up. If you're like me, then keep your options open until you meet the person who's going to match your energy. Because there's a lid for every pot. Okay? There's a lid for every pot, honey, but be honest with yourself. Okay? If you're dealing with somebody and let's say they make you feel bad because your money is your money and his money is y'all's money, and people make you feel bad about that, don't feel bad. Everybody has a role. Some people are meant to go 50-50 because they like it, or they were coerced into it and they don't have the self-esteem to fight back. Some people naturally just fall into their natural role in this world. So find out where you fit. There's different lids for every pot, is my point, okay? I know this was a long soapbox moment, but hopefully you guys can get what I was picking up what I was putting down, okay? Because there is someone for everyone out there. But like I said, I do feel like women do a lot of the emotional labor, so be mindful of that as well, okay? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Candle, ambition, taking action, hustle, manifest money, management, high rank, visibility, athletic. And I want to say this as well, because I know a lot of people get it confused. A lot of people don't think that deeply. So they kind of just, they don't read between the lines and find the nuances. You kind of have to spell it out. But just because you are, for those of you who may be or want to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home wife, all right, doesn't mean you're just there sitting idly by doing nothing. You can have hobbies. Look at, like, for me, I love doing these readings. It brings me joy. It brings me a little bit of coin, not enough to do anything with, but it brings me joy. It brings a little bit of coin, and I like this. This is not me going out there huffing and puffing on a 9-to-5. Do you know what I mean? Because that's not my destiny. This is good. And I'm helping other people with what I'm doing as well. You know what I mean? So find out where you fit. You might be a seamstress. You might be a painter. You might be a writer. Doesn't mean you're sitting at home twiddling your tits while your husband's out there slaving away. No. You're keeping things in order. You're keeping yourself in order. You have your peace of mind. You have your sanity. You're happy. You're healthy. You're fun. You're light because you don't have the stresses of the world tearing you apart. Right? Exactly. So find out where you fit. Bottom of the deck. Nugget, small increase, valuable info, honest assessment, fresh start, steady work, career building. Beautiful. Anything else for Libra, Spirit? Anything else? Era of wealth, riches, legacy, abundance, money, overflow, gorgeous, new work, more money. All right. Yeah, like I said, for those of you who are single as a Pringle, but ready to mingle, I feel like a lot of you are putting your money as a priority because you do want to be able to live the life you desire. So perhaps, you know, love and romance is on the back burner and you're focused on your money and opportunities. And good for you. Your priorities are straight. Bodies of water. Spend time near water such as a lake, river, or the ocean to recharge your batteries. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, start delegating. Ask others, including your spirit team, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. Precisely. Believe, imagine, and warrior. All right, Libra, I'll see you soon. Bye.